You can't just start the recording when we're in a lull in the conversation.
Oh, sorry. Well, that's where you fill it in.
Our fun anecdotes.
Alright, how was Schitt's Creek?
It was good. It was good. It was the episode where, well, Elizabeth has seen it. I don't know if you've seen it, Daniel.
I've seen it all.
Okay.
I haven't seen it all, but you can spoil it. I won't be upset.
It was the episode where Moira comes back.
Spoilers!
Yeah. I'm sorry. She comes back from a trip and is a little sleep deprived. Chaos ensues.
I don't think I've seen that episode. I think I'm only in
Gotta do it.
the beginning of the second season.
Oh, okay. It's season 5. So
okay.
This is actually, I feel bad saying this since I stayed to finish the episode, but it's about my 4th time watching it.
That's great.
I just keep introducing or watching it with new people and then end up just completely rewatching it with them. So
that's what I did with Parks and Rec. I've seen that entirely too many times. Or maybe not enough.
I've seen a lot of them many times, but I never actually made it to the last season because it got kind of wacky.
I would agree.
Is it worth it? Should I return?
I enjoyed the closure of finishing the whole series. I thought it was nice. I thought that they ended it well.
That's important. It's very valuable. So, okay, I'll consider once I get through this next
go through of Schitt's Creek.
next go through. Yeah.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and 2 people. We're doing this again, folks, okay? It's 2 people. This time they may have met.
Maybe. You look really familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who's here?
It's Mary and
Elizabeth. I'm back, y'all. Can't get rid of me.
Okay. Or do you guys want to say where you may have met?
CCF.
Oh, is that it? Then
yeah.
That's probably it.
Probably
more
CCF.
of like a passing by, is from what I understand, not like a...
I'll say, I know people at CCF who know you really well, but I don't know you very well.
3 of my very good friends are interns there. So that's almost definitely it.
Well, there you go.
Not an intern.
There's not much else to that, Daniel.
No, but we did do a pairing before. We had Rose and Nathaniel. 2 people that had never met before.
And we had me and some random guys.
And we had Mary and some random guys.
Oh, Blake and his friends.
Blake and the bros. So we're doing it again.
I got you a new listener, Daniel.
Oh, see, that's something Elizabeth has never done. So we're already at a point for Mary. This is like Around the Horn, you know, that sports show. You get points.
This was my first, so don't feel bad, Elizabeth. There's
no,
plenty of time.
People don't listen to this podcast for me.
She told me I had to pick the best one because she was only going to listen to one.
Oh, boy.
I gave her the one of me and Nathaniel. I thought that was pretty good. I don't really remember it, though.
He said that Elizabeth's episodes are usually the best.
He said that?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never listened.
There you go.
Wait, what's Nathaniel?
I don't think you know him.
Okay.
He just worked with us.
Well, he knows you, apparently.
Well, yeah, because he listens to the show.
Podcasts.
The dedicated listener.
Did Nathaniel listen to mine? Wait, is mine out right now? The one I recorded? Okay. That came out tonight, right?
Yeah. Came out like 12 hours ago.
I thought it came out at night.
No, we are a morning show.
Daniel.
Are we?
I was convinced that this show came out Tuesdays at like 9 p.m.
Is that because we're recording right now at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday?
No, I always thought it came out Tuesday night.
I kind of had Tuesday in my head too, but I didn't have a time of day really.
Well, I appreciate you guys being dedicated supporters of the show.
Yes, I listen to the podcast the minute it comes on air,
You should
Daniel, at Tuesdays at 9:01 p.m.
Comes out at 8, but thank you. I appreciate you kind of listening to me.
9
Uh,
p.m.
Go ahead. Talk about whatever.
I don't know. Has anything exciting been happening on campus?
No, nothing. Nothing ever. I did go to campus today. Did I see anything exciting? No. Literally nothing.
I don't go to campus very much anymore, which is sad.
I almost wasn't, but now I have an in-person class.
Mm.
Wild.
Was it hybrid and like now you have more in-person components or just
Um,
in-person for the whole semester?
it was listed as hybrid, but the syllabus thing said lectures will be in person, assignments will be online. I was like, isn't that just a regular class?
Yeah. Sounds like a regular class.
Turn in homework online.
Yeah. I was like, what is this, 1985 or something? So.
That's too early, but appreciate the effort.
It's like when my dad was at Tech.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Too early. Sorry, 2000.
That was when he took the first computer science class.
Honestly, probably.
Wow. Oh,
He
yeah.
graduated in '88, so
Had computers, but
maybe if he took it as a second.
I graduated. Maybe my parents graduated high school in '88, though. Guess they're old.
okay. Any other life updates? I mean, look, spoiler alert. Not really. I don't know why I said that. We have brand new questions for the game, ready to
Oh
go.
boy.
So if you two
Let me
stall
get a
out,
quick, let me get a quick couple of questions in, just from my personal bank.
of course.
Are you gonna be in New York still, Daniel?
You want to ask that question in a stranger way?
Do you plan on moving anytime soon? Just curious.
No, I can't.
Are you done with your training?
I have another 2 months, hopefully. 2-ish months.
I thought you were gonna be done in March.
March was ambitious. May is
I was assuming you
reasonable.
were following a strict training schedule.
It's at this point it's like however quickly I get it done. However quickly I can learn shadowing people, basically.
I might be joining you in New York in the next few years.
The next few years? What does that mean? 4 years from now.
Well, it's not going to happen for at least a year and a half, but potentially after that.
When
But
you
again,
grad-
I would be like 6 hours away from you. So
You're already
not really.
graduating, right?
Yeah,
You already have a job.
yeah. So that's why it's going to be at least a year and a half.
So
'Cause I
Elizabeth would never leave like Atlanta. So
That is not true. Just because I haven't
Hey.
left yet doesn't mean I won't leave.
Don't let him pressure you, Elizabeth, because I thought I would never leave Atlanta because I never did. And then I had a little crisis about a month ago that it was too late and that I was stuck forever and that my life was over at the ripe age of 22. But then some people told me that that's not true.
sounds like this is an after the show conversation.
I thought this would be interesting.
I had a whole
Yeah.
breakdown and it was a whole thing.
To
To
be
your
fair,
young,
I would be living
young
in
viewers.
Colorado right now if it weren't for COVID.
Yeah.
Whoa. Why?
So while I am still a student at Georgia Tech pursuing my master's, I'm currently working for the National Renewable Energy Lab. So if
Wow.
COVID was
Weird
not a
flex
thing,
there.
okay, I'm not trying to flex, but yeah, so I'm
Wow.
I'm an intern there right now, and so I would have to be there and be in the labs, but because of COVID, the labs are at limited capacity, so I do everything kind of virtually.
That's cool though. It's deep.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to go because I thought it would be fun to like ski or attempt to ski. I'm not really good at skiing, but I could try.
I think you would have struggled with the weather though for a bit. You would have adjusted
I
eventually, but
I would agree with that.
okay.
I don't like snow that much, so that would have been an adjustment.
I guess that's what I meant. Yeah, the snow would have been.
No.
I have to wear snow boots. Like, okay, this is what I don't understand. Like, do you just wear snow boots all the time? Like, is that the acceptable wear? Or at some point, do you like wear normal shoes? Or do you like bring normal shoes in a bag and change out of your snow boots when you get somewhere so that you like have the shoes that match your outfit?
Um,
I don't
Probably
understand
some
this.
people do that. Some people probably just wear like waterproof shoes all the time.
I will
I'm
say
sure
it's
they have
tough.
more fashionable snowshoes.
Like at
Well,
least
I
here,
guess as long as they're waterproof.
there's always snow on the ground. So if I wear like sneakers, those are done in like two
Those
minutes.
are so
Like one like getting onto the sidewalk here, you're done. They're wet.
But there are snow boots that are like less intense than like you're gonna be trudging through the snow for 3 hours. Like I'm
Okay,
sure there's
I
like
guess that's fair.
warmer rain boots is what
I
I'm
mean, I don't,
picturing.
yeah, I don't know specifically what the job would have been, but I have to wear like work boots every day anyway. So it's kind of cheating. Like
I mean,
That's
I
I would
think
have,
I just would have been in the office or the lab, which would have just been normal lab PPE. So
okay.
it's close
Yeah, I don't know if
questions.
you needed.
I don't know. I didn't learn that in my safety training because I didn't actually have to do the lab training because I didn't get to go.
Oh, you're never
Other
gonna.
than like general PPE, they didn't say like, oh, steel-toed boots or something of that nature.
Yeah, again, I don't know what the lab was, but that's how I get away with it because I don't really leave my apartment except for going to work.
The one time
Club.
for that like men's basketball tournament, my second year when we for the ACC tourney, you weren't on that one, were you, Daniel?
I was on the
You,
women's one that year.
yeah, you were on, yeah, the women's trip. That was when it snowed like 6 inches in a day, and no one was prepared because the weather just said no rain, and then it said rain like 12 hours before we left, and then right as we were leaving, it was like, just kidding, snow. And so no one was prepared for the weather. So we all just had sneakers and got soaked all the way through when we were on that trip. But it was still fun.
It sounds cold.
Mary's like, maybe I shouldn't go to New York and make these
I think
adjustments.
I'll be in the city where the smog melts the snow.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is true. It snowed like probably 6 inches or more that day. And then the next day we got in our bus and drove to the airport and took off no problem. So,
Exactly. Exactly. No, but I've been thinking about it since like September. My sister just moved there for the next 4 years. My aunt and uncle both live there, and 3 of my cousins live there. So
you don't live in the city.
you don't live in New York City, in Manhattan. I'm not
It's
going
only
to
like,
Syracuse.
it's a good 4.5 hours if you're good.
You told me 6 the last time we
You
discussed
said
this.
6 like 5 minutes ago.
No, it's I never said 6.
That was me.
5 minutes ago?
That was me.
Someone said, oh, you said six
It was
hours.
me.
Who said
It
6?
was me because I swear
It's like,
Daniel told me
it's
6
6
once.
to Maryland.
Oh.
And it's 6 if you go to like Long Island. But
Well, I
Manhattan,
told you the time that I was driving my sister to New York, I was like, "Oh, I'll come visit you," and you were like, it's like 6 hours away, so probably not."
maybe I said that to disparage you. I didn't want to have you.
It was
I
very
didn't want
snooty,
company.
and it was on a podcast, so it made me look bad to all of the
Just like this one.
listeners.
Yeah.
Classic Daniel.
Made me look bad to Nathaniel, so just what we need.
Okay.
No, but back on that point, I would consider definitely moving out of Atlanta. I mean, I love the weather and like my family is here, but oh, well, that's not true. I like that it's more mild and temperate. The weather is not great, but I like that it doesn't get that cold.
The weather is good for a few months. Summer is awful, and winter is just cold rain. So
Hot take. Yeah.
not even a hot take.
It's not a hot take. It's just it's
Very,
how it is.
very accepted. Very accepted take.
But I like that it
Lukewarm
doesn't
take.
get too cold.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a Teams notification. 1 second.
I'm like,
That wasn't for me.
if it's not gonna snow, bring on the sun. I'm ready for spring. But snow is
It's
really pretty.
it's February.
I'm
Hey,
ready.
wasn't snow not that long ago?
It was 70 degrees today, and it will be
Oh,
again tomorrow.
that's true. It's gonna be hot here tomorrow. It's gonna be like 40.
Oh wow. A balmy 40 degrees.
Things things are heating up. It's gonna be like 43.
Bring out that swimsuit, Daniel.
I know. I got it all ready.
Okay, I'm just looking at the weather for the rest of this week, and it looks like it's gonna rain a lot starting on
Yeah.
Friday.
It's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
rain.
Do
I will
not
say
like that.
I've experienced 3 different summers, like upstate New York, then Maryland, and then Atlanta, along the East Coast. They're all more similar than you would think, like summer-wise.
Yeah.
Like all those places are 85 degrees every day in July.
Well, what I will
It's
say
like
is
104 in Orlando.
Yeah. when
Oh,
we
but that's not as common as.
when we drove north in September, it was like still 90 something in Georgia. And by the time we got to Virginia, it was nice and cool, not very humid. And then it was basically like that all the way up to New York.
The length of the summer is longer and as you go more south, obviously. But I'm just talking about like the peak and like just how it feels. It's pretty similar, my
I
experience.
I don't think it's as humid in the north. Something about
Well,
this deep south summer.
I've also been in like New Orleans summer, which is
Well,
really
also
humid.
Maryland was like technically the south, right? Or like almost technically the
It's
south.
the south if you're from north, and it's the north if you're from the south.
Yeah. Chesapeake Bay, right?
Everyone here in upstate New York is like, oh, that's like basically Florida. And
Yeah.
then when you're in Atlanta, they're like, well, that's just basically Boston.
Yeah.
So it
At that
depends
point,
on
might
who
as
you
well be
ask.
Canada.
That's
Yeah,
true.
depends on who you ask.
That's definitely true.
It's pretty in between.
Hey,
All right.
Daniel, ready for the questions?
About 15 brand new, never before heard questions
Oh boy.
Feels so
targeted
special.
at everyone. Now, keep in mind, these are questions 232 to 247. So there have been a lot. I've exhausted every, thought in my mind. So this is really where it starts to, decay in quality is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Don't
Peanut
make
butter
excuses.
or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Jelly. I'm allergic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Sun butter.
Kind of
like
offensive.
sun butter.
Sun butter is allergy friendly.
Almond butter I like too. Just
Oh,
peanuts.
that's good.
Almond butter's okay. It's kind of,
Chunky.
Chunky. Not very sweet.
yeah, I guess that's the problem. It's like really salty.
Maybe that's your almond butter.
That's my almond butter.
I don't think it's supposed to be all that salty.
Well, I don't know what I was eating. Snow or rain?
Snow.
Rain. I can't vote for snow. I'm sorry.
How are you going to move to Colorado and pick rain? In the
I'm still in
winter.
denial. I'm denying the snow. I don't live there yet, so I don't have to like it. I like looking at it. I just don't like being in it for long periods of time. Like I just want it to go away after like a day.
You like being in the rain
No,
for
the
long
snow.
periods of time?
No. I feel like I can withstand rain for longer than I can withstand snow.
I feel like rain can foil your plans for the day. Snow usually doesn't.
Yeah. Unless you're in
I would
Atlanta.
I would
and
have to
then the
say,
world
having
shuts
lived
down.
through snowpocalypse and
Yeah.
being trapped in my
Sure.
school, I
Sure.
have a very strong hate relationship with snow. I guess that's more with ice though. But
Yes.
still.
So if Atlanta had properly prepared, it would have been totally life as normal. But we
This is
didn't
true.
know about salting roads and stuff, so
Yep. And then
things
the
got
salt trucks
wrong.
got snowed in
Yeah.
or iced in.
And also everyone just evacuated their places of work and schools and all left at the same time, like there was a zombie apocalypse. So
Yeah, I remember that very vividly because my high school was like, we're not calling anything. And everyone was like running to the windows to look out and see the snow. And then they were like, we're not calling anything yet. And then they finally called it like after the entire world had already tried to go home. My mom was like at brunch with her friends that she hadn't seen in a while. And she was like, I don't know what's going on, but it took me like 2 hours to go, what should have taken me 15 minutes. It was a lot.
it's crazy. Were you there for that, Daniel? Are you old enough?
I
No,
think it was the year before he got to Georgia
It was
Tech.
2013.
2 years before.
2 years before he got to Georgia Tech then.
How old do you think I am?
No, it was 2014, maybe.
But you didn't come till 2015, so I guess you probably would have been.
Regardless, not that old.
I
He's
thought
like
you
he's
were
at least 45.
28.
28. Ugh.
You look really good for 28.
Yeah, you're banging.
I think I'm gonna look exactly the same at 28.
I hope I look the same at 28.
I think most people don't look that different. If anything, they fill out. But that's just part of life.
For those 70 pounds. Whatever. Then I can get the vaccine because
I don't think it works like that.
I know in New York anyone with a BMI over 30 is
Oh,
eligible.
seriously?
Yeah, which is half of New York City.
Oh my God.
I was talking to like Owen. He's like, just put on like I forget how much. I think I had to be like 200 pounds. Like,
Oh, you would
just
have
need
to
to
put
get to
on
200.
significant weight.
Don't put on that much weight, Daniel.
Here,
That
it's
doesn't
for
sound like a
it's
good
for my
idea.
health.
Have you seen that Simpsons episode where Homer gains all that weight so that he can qualify for disability work from home?
Yeah,
Good one.
basically.
That's basically your story because
basically,
you too work at a nuclear power plant.
exactly. It's the same thing.
It's the exact same.
Are electrical outlets dangerous?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
10,000 times
You guys
yes.
ever? Oh, okay. Do you always stick to your shopping list?
I really thought you were going to ask, do you stick your finger in the electrical outlet?
I thought you were going to say, do you always stick to your guns? Like
You know what? Answer whatever question you thought I was gonna ask.
Sometimes I don't even have a shopping list. I just like to walk down every single aisle in the grocery store.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
That's what my
Okay,
mom
yes,
does.
but I
And she
usually have an
wonders why her
idea.
bills are like $500.
How did I buy the whole store?
I
She's
just like
like,
to
I
look
need
at
this.
everything.
This too.
It's
Too.
dangerous. I really want a Costco membership, and that will be dangerous.
That's you're gonna have 5 TVs when you leave. I just like them all.
Where will
And
you
you set up
store all that
patio
stuff?
furniture, a kayak, an electric scooter,
Only the essentials.
and a rotisserie
Um,
chicken for $5.
I stick to the list, yes. But my biggest problem is I usually forget to grab a cart and end up like juggling
Are you-
things, stuffing things in my neck and stuff. Yeah. Not really a list problem though.
Get a cart. Does glare ever bother you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't have the living room lights on while I'm watching TV because there's a glare.
I had to get used to it because my mom will cross stitch. And she's like, I have to turn the light on. And I'm like, Mom, there's a glare on the television. And she's like, I don't care.
Why couldn't she go somewhere else?
Because she wants to still
the
be
show.
in the room with me.
Oh, she still wants to watch the show.
Yeah, she's like kind of watching, but she's also cross
And
stitching.
spend quality time with her daughter.
Stitch and watch, for sure.
The
You can
Stitch and Watch?
multitask. The old
Okay.
Stitch and Watch.
Yeah.
That should be a new question.
What was the next one?
Did you add a question about Jackie's?
Jackies? I did not. Tell Mary what Jackies are.
Oh, I invented this last week. It's jean khakis, which are not actually a real thing. Like khaki pants,
I'm
but
just
blue
trying
jeans.
to picture what that would look like.
It would just be regular blue jeans.
It's just jeans.
I looked it up, and you can have colored khakis, but then you call them something else. I don't remember what they're called but right now off the top.
Oh, chinos.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
That's it. I've thought about purchasing many a chino, so never have actually done it. Jackie.
Couldn't think of a pun there. There was something there. Okay.
Good effort.
Yeah, that's all you know I was thinking about. T-shirt tags or mattress tags?
I don't
Go
know
ahead.
how to answer this question.
Mattress tags?
Take as
Yeah.
much time as you need.
I'm gonna have to go with mattress. I usually pull both of them off if we're being honest.
Doesn't the mattress tag say definitely do not pull it off? It's illegal to do that?
Beats
I've
me.
never looked at a mattress
I never
tag.
read
You yank it off every time.
it. Yeah.
Why
I
is
think
there an urge? I'm sorry, we need to keep going in this. Why
I
is this?
might have left this one on because I'm still I want to leave the option to return it after 365 days.
I was gonna say you can't return a used mattress.
Yes, you can when it's a Nectar official. You got a 365-day free return policy trial.
Couldn't you do that forever?
Yeah, but that seems like a pain.
I mean, it's a free mattress.
Yeah, but it'd just be the same mattress over and over again.
Well, you could try something else out.
I guess. Yes, you could do it forever. I'm pretty sure.
Elizabeth, did you answer the question?
I said mattress tag.
Okay. All right. Here's an either or. It's a little confusing the way I wrote it. You have to stick with me here. Subtitles or guessing what they're saying.
That's funny. I'm gonna have to go with subtitles though.
I'm gonna have to agree.
That's right. I watch my Netflix with the closed captions on. I don't care if it's controversial.
I like closed captions most of the time, especially if they're British. Can't understand a darn thing those guys are saying.
Is that racist? I don't know.
I think that's
I don't
right.
think so.
Might be. It's like fringe racism, you know?
Maybe though.
But it's white people, so it's kind of okay.
I think the Brits can handle it. I think they're gonna be okay.
Okay. Do you lean back in your chair?
Yes. No. Sometimes.
Wait, like lean the chair back with me? Like on like the hind legs?
However you want to answer it.
No, if it's the hind legs. That's a recipe for death.
I don't know. I sit back in my chair sometimes.
Yeah. And other times I hunch over my work like a weirdo.
All my years of concert band training have taught me to sit at the edge of my chair.
Of course. Mary, are you changing outfits right now?
No! Took off my sweatshirt.
Okay. I didn't know what was going on.
Wearing my SPX cheerleading tank top.
Meaning
it's a little-
St. Pius X?
Yes. I know it's a little revealing, but I was tanning today, so
You got to show that off to the listeners.
yeah, just give them a detailed description in the footnotes or whatever.
But, okay. Does high school popularity matter?
No.
Yes and no.
In high school, I feel like it may seem like it matters. But afterwards, it just not.
It only matters if you decide to live college like you lived in high school, which I don't advise. But that may be controversial.
I don't feel like that's controversial.
Well, I could say things that would make it more controversial. But
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Spice
I
it
don't-
up.
It's
Spice
too
up
late.
the podcast.
Too late.
I don't know the crowd that I'm speaking to.
You're
don't
speaking
know.
to Nathaniel.
I don't. In that case, hey Nathaniel, good to see you again. No. I feel like sometimes Greek life can be a little high schooly, but I don't want to offend any of my Greek friends. But hopefully they're not listening. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
boy.
Elizabeth, if I offended you.
I'm not offended.
It's not everybody. It's just a general vibe. They're become. Ooh, this person's in this group, so they're. I don't know. Not my thing.
I was in the band service sorority, and
She's
that's not
very
even the social sorority. Like, it's supposed to be service, and there's still drama in that. So
Yeah,
We
I
could
assume
do a
there's
whole.
there's a whole other dynamic that goes on with that, I'm sure.
We could do a whole podcast series on the band's fraternity and sorority.
and the contempt a lot of the band has for them.
We'll talk about it later. Anyway,
We're not getting into that.
I
They're
stumbled
good
on
organizations
something
that do a lot of good things for the band, but there's
Of
a lot of
course.
social issues that go along with that sometimes.
here. A lot of tea. Is that what they say?
Yes. Tea can
is
be
that the kids? Is that what the
The
kids
tea
call it?
is scalding. The tea is scalding.
Oh, I have a separate question. Okay, since
Oh.
I'm 28, right?
Mhm.
Apparently, and I'm
Your
old.
prime age of 28.
So the prime age of what?
Prime age of 28.
Oh yeah.
Living in your prime.
So
You're
at my
almost
workplace, there's
30.
like 8 of us that work together. I mean, there's
Mhm.
more, but like in my group, and one of the guys, he's got, he's on the apps, the Tinder and the
dating
whatnot.
apps?
Yeah. Which is kind of
The
funny in
Bumble?
this area. There's got to be like 3 people on it. But anyway, he's on the apps
It's like
and he's
Schitt's
talking.
Creek.
Huh?
It's like Schitt's Creek.
It's like Schitt's Creek. Anyway, he matches with this one girl, and there's one girl for context. There's one girl that I work with, and everyone else is guys. And so she's like, I guess she likes the girl that he matched with or something, and she's like trying to help him talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, and basically he says, I think like the previous day, hey, do you want to, get drinks or whatever? And she didn't respond until the next day. I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't see this, was catching up. Or like,
Sorry,
was
was
dealing
in the
with,
shower.
huh?
Sorry, was in the shower. One of those.
No. It's like, sorry, was
Showered for
dealing
14
with some
hours.
stuff or whatever. Like, made it seem like she had stuff going on in her life.
Okay.
The woman that I work with is like, oh, ask her if she wants to chop it up.
What does that mean?
Do you guys know what that? Okay,
No,
so
I don't know what that means.
none of us knew what it meant.
Get intimate?
No, chop it up.
What are you
Apparently
chopping?
means
Like hang? Like chat?
yeah, like chat, like have a conversation. I've
That
never
is-
heard. None of us had ever heard chop it up, and
I've never heard it.
I'm not very in touch with what the kids are saying these days because again, I'm like
Youth
48.
culture?
But chop it up,
That's fun.
that's new. Huh?
I thought it was gonna be like in the lines of like salad tossing or something, which is
Mincing vegetables.
so.
You know what? I didn't even think about that, but that makes more sense.
Because there's that
You chop it up before you toss their salad. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, then there's that salad restaurant that's called Chopped. So
You're really connecting the dots here. Yeah.
where my mind went.
Okay, so neither of you has heard the term chop it up.
It sounds like maybe it's like something grandmas say.
Oh, like it's coming back?
Maybe, yeah.
It's
It's
what the
retro.
youngins are saying these days, though, apparently.
Sounds pretty retro.
And the woman that I work with, she's like 29. It's not even like
Not even like she's a
like
new
18.
Gen Zer.
Maybe
Yeah,
she
I don't
saw
know.
it on TikTok.
I'm very certain she did. Okay. I don't want to, badmouth her. She's fine.
That's
Uh, young or old? Going on that.
old, I'm sure.
That's what you're into? Okay, Elizabeth?
So looking forward to seniority.
I'm gonna go with old too.
Feel like I
You
was
two
born to be an
would
80.
thrive. Yeah.
Can't wait till I don't have to worry about all these social expectations. I can just yell and complain and no one can be upset about it.
All right, we have a few more. Can animals talk? Just nodding.
I'm sorry, the listeners cannot see me nod.
They can communicate. But I was trying to imagine what they would be saying, like what a dog would be saying. And it's really hard if you try to do it like without English. Really hard.
Okay, so are they like communicating, but we can't understand them, or is it like a Toy Story situation?
Can humans understand toys in Toy Story?
Yes, because like Woody says something to Sid at the end of the first movie. He says, "And play nice." Remember, he like turns his head around when they do the whole thing.
Hmm.
I don't remember that.
I don't know. I think with animals, it's more of a option A.
Yeah,
They have their own communication.
they're like communicating feelings almost.
I
They're
mean, I
just
feel
like
like,
hungry, sad, angry, you know?
Okay.
There's food here. Come sniff this.
yeah. I mean, I think
On
it's like
top
one of
of
those things where no matter what they communicate using, we can only understand it by interpreting it to English. So, like,
Yes.
there has to be some
because
element of English in
we're
our
dumb
understanding.
Americans.
That gets really trippy when I think about it. Because I was trying to picture, like, how a dog, like, what is a dog thinking when he has to go to the bathroom? He's not thinking, like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. He's thinking, like, I feel like something is going to happen. I feel shame. I don't know what they feel. But they don't have English, so it's impossible. They can't put it into words like that. They just feel.
All right. Next one. Just get around that. Rent or lease?
What?
Rent?
Rent or
Rent,
lease?
because
Okay,
the musical.
that's true. Is watching golf fun?
No.
Yes. But only because I've been forced to watch golf every single Saturday and Sunday for like my entire life. My parents love it. And so I've gotten to the point where it's like Stockholm syndrome where I actually enjoy watching golf.
Okay. Yeah, I can't say the same. So I still see it as just boring old men with tiny balls.
Whoa. Whoa. Uh, ordinary or special? Like I said that weird.
Hmm.
Apparently a real thinker.
Special in the ordinary. Special within the ordinary. That's final answer.
Elizabeth?
I don't know what you want from me.
Anything.
I don't know. I'll just go ordinary.
Oh.
Land. Is glitter annoying?
No. It is wonderful.
Mm,
Cruel, but wonderful.
does kind of get everywhere though. It's all stuck in your skin. You find it on your clothes for weeks. Maybe you swallow some and it kind of makes you cough. I don't know.
thought you were gonna say have sparkly poop. I was waiting for it, but you didn't say it, so I'm
I
saying it.
I've never experienced that.
It was
Thank
slowly devolving into that.
We were just getting there, and I was like, somebody's gotta say it at this point.
Like, this
It
is
had to
getting
be said.
uncomfortable.
For the viewers. I'm sorry,
That was
viewers.
that was very uncomfortable. Okay, last one.
Daniel, if you can't talk about your bowel movements, then
I just
that's a
meant
separate conversation.
her whole glitter tirade. Okay. Y or phi?
Why?
Question.
Why are you asking me this question?
The question.
That was
Y or phi?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Like, oh, that's phi. Like,
no, like Wi-Fi.
oh,
Do
You
not-
choose one or the other.
I thought it was like the slang for fly. Remember when people were saying that?
No, I don't understand slang. Right? We already went over this.
Back in maybe like 2013, people would be like, phi.
Oh, that's
As in
fine.
like, yes, yes. Elizabeth knows. Daniel, you must have missed this. It's
I'm
because
either-
you're 28.
I'm 20.
It's past your time.
He was too old in 2013 to know what the cool kids were up to.
That's right. He was
Too busy.
practically having children, buying houses.
Doing it all. All right. I think that's it. Unless you guys have anything else you want to get off your
Podcast? It's over?
chest.
Not good.
We've gone for a while. We keep going.
No, it's fine.
I gotta go read Game of Thrones.
She's got to read Game of Thrones.
Gotta read it?
Yeah, I'm in like the last, I don't know, maybe 150 pages of the book now. So things are going down. It's pretty good.
Wow.
Of the first book.
Yeah, I'm in the first book.
How many are there? 7?
There's, I think, 4 that are
It's
out.
supposed to be.
There's 4 that are out, and then 2 more, but he like wrote the like whole giant book that's like the house lineage of the Targaryen family.
Hmm,
So he hasn't put out the other book yet. I think
Yeah,
there's
he's
4
been
out.
stalling.
pretty deep.
Mr. Martin needs to hurry up.
I'm reading something similar.
Oh yes.
Basically the same thing. To those listening, it's the Obama book.
Very
I mean-
similar, I'm sure.
That's a whole other podcast.
That's another podcast.
Another
Live from New
series.
York. It's Tuesday night. Thank you and have a good night.